What's going on, y'all? This is Comms Engineering, and in this final video of the walkthrough, I'm going to be showing you guys how to take the website from your computer and put it onto your mobile device or your phone, so that when the users of your mosque need to check the time, need to check the website, need to donate, do anything, they just go straight to their phone. Alright, so here we are in the VS Code, and the only language that we're going to be using in this video is just the CSS. So we're going to start with the homestyle.css and scroll all the way down, and before we type anything, we're just going to go live. Okay, so here you are in the contact HTML. Now you've launched it. Let's go back to the VS Code, and here you're going to see something called 5 server running at local network, and it'll give you an HTTP URL. We're going to look at the network. All we need to do is grab the numbers that are inside of the HTTP URL and type it into a search bar into your phone. So again, we don't want to touch the HTTP ://. All we're typing are the numbers and the periods, and also the last semicolon. I'll show you how that's done. All right, so here I have two views. I have the VS Code and I'm on the phone. I'm on a phone right now, so I'm just gonna go to Safari and type in only the numbers in the HTTP URL. Usually it starts with a 192, but I don't know if that's gonna be the same depending on where you are in the world. I'm just gonna type in mine. So again, only the numbers, not the HTTP semicolon, just the numbers, and that 5500 at the end. Okay, so here we are. And as you can see, it looks cramped and scuffed, so we need to fix it. But it is functional. However, it just doesn't look neat and organized. The first thing we're going to do is go to the page, the homestyle.css file, and scroll all the way down. And first thing we want to add at media screen. So the at media screen is basically a tool in CSS, or a function that you can use to display your content on, the mobile device, for example, or, another, like an iPad or any other device. And after that, we type and we'll make the max width around 700 pixels is fine. That's self-explanatory. It's just the width. A curly brace. Start with the prayer times and say .mobile. So I'm gonna go home. We'll start off with this one. So you should have something here that shows the prayer times. If you don't, that's fine. Just go back to the old video where I referenced the Mosque walkthrough. Essentially, there's supposed to be a semicolon here. There are two widgets, two iframes that they offered. One was going to be the horizontal one, and the other was the sideways looking one, the horizontal. Just basically set the height for that to 200 pixels. And as you can see right there, it says CSS updated. Under that, we do list items. Font size will go down to 0.7 EM. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is make this smaller, this your mosque name. So we'll do logo, text, font size, like 0.5 EM. Seems about okay. Now it's way smaller. Let's just leave it like that for now. Maybe you can make a enter or space right here so that it makes a new line. And then for the menu bar, as you can see, we can only see the home and the donate. We can't really see the contact us. That's because it's not set to the max width. We've set the max width here to 700 pixels, but we haven't specified that for the menu bar. We need to specify it for that, for every single class in HTML, in the app media specifically. So we're inside of the app media, and we need to change around certain stuff. We can't just do that in the normal CSS. We have to do it in the app media CSS. Think of it as like a child CSS, which literally all we do is width, set that to 100%. And as you can see, it's all fit to the screen now. It doesn't do that annoying thing where it goes to the left and you see all that white space too. Yeah, we could say display contents. That kind of pushes it to the left. These welcome texts are too big, so I'm gonna make that smaller. So .welcome space h1, font size 20 pixels, and there we go. Okay, welcome h2, same thing. Okay, cool. The English looks a bit bigger. Let's do 15. Okay, there we go, perfect. Now time for the actual section 1, which is just the pictures and navigation. Section 1. I'm just gonna do height minimum content. And what that does is, as specified here, it specifies the height of the content area, which is kind of like that gray box behind the images. It specifies the height of contact area, padding area, or border area of certain boxes. It basically making it fit into that minimum space available. Now you kind of want to compress this image to make it more reasonably aligned to the mobile screen. Dot section 1 image IMG. Let's do width is going to be 100%, obviously. Let's do like 50, half of that, 50 VH. Okay. Make it a little bit shorter. Cool, perfect. All right, now we're gonna move on to the section 2. We're gonna come up here to the section 2 above the media screen. Copy the dot section 2 styling, paste it down here. And we're gonna just to change a few things here. Add a flex direction under the display flexion, do column. And as you can see, that image basically just jumped up to the top. So if I had a row flex direction, that's basically what this is. The way that the row is displayed is that it's kind of horizontally displaying the content instead of as a column, which is going to be vertically. So that's why this is getting super compressed on the left side. So yeah, let's do column. We're going to remove the auto. Do max width 700 pixels, just like we have up top. Width is going to be 100%. Padding, leave it as 10 pixels. Margin top. Well, we can actually change the margin to auto in this case. So we can do 70 pixels, for example, and then auto on all the other sides from top and bottom. So it just adjusted itself there. So okay, let me do that again. So if I do this, if I hit Control Save on the margin 70 pixel auto, it's going to readjust itself to as close as section 1 as possible. So you have section 2, and it just jumped up just a teeny tiny bit to section 1. That is the auto function in the margin CSS. It basically auto margins itself from top, bottom, left, and right. Obviously, we've already fixed the sliding side to side, so it doesn't margin itself on that, just the top and bottom. So you have 2 widgets for this prayer time thing for the mobile kids. You have the desktop one, the horizontal one, and then you have the mobile one. We're gonna go back here. So here we have an iframe, right? After the iframe, we're gonna make a class and make it equal to desktop. And again, this is for, what is it for? It's for the horizontal one, for the prayer time that are scattered like in a rectangle position. Now under that, we're gonna copy it and paste it, change the class to mobile, and this is gonna be a different widget. It's gonna go vertically, the desktop version, while we are in the media screen, obviously, because this is for the mobile. We want the mobile one. And you basically just copy this and just type in mobile, replace the desktop with mobile, display as a block, and hopefully it'll display here 100%. Minimum height is going to be 500 pixels. It'll auto adjust itself with set.section 2. That is pretty much it. Let's move on to the donate. And as you can see, this image is squished and this text is very big. Come to the donate.css all the way down, and we can go back and get the app media screen and copy and paste it, but up until the .burger, the optional .burger. Copy up until the app media screen, Command C or Control C, and paste. We're done with the index, done with the home style. Let's go to the donate HTML. We're gonna go here. So the donation image. So we don't need the prayer times because that's part of the homepage. We're gonna do donation image IMG. Do width 100%, which stretches it out as you just saw. Height 30 VH. Okay, let's make the width a bit smaller. And the H1, let's change that. H1, make the font size, let's do 1.2 actually. There we go. That is it for the donation page. And so now we can move on to the contact. And as you can see, it's very scuffed. So again, we'll take up to here. We're in the donate CSS. We want to highlight this, copy it. We're done with this, we're done with that. Go to the contact.css, scroll all the way down, paste, add that curly brace at the end. Okay, perfect. So as you can see, The navigation bar is actually complete. However, this is still way too stretched out. But not to worry, we can fix that. So we're gonna take this contact us class name, go under here, contact us. This, we're gonna do position relative width 100%. By the way, this is the contact us class is literally the entire contact us page. Padding 20 pixels. Under that, do dot box for all of the box classes inside of the contact us page. Let's do text align center. Just do whatever. Display flex. So here's the important part, the flex direction. What flex direction would be better on a mobile device? Columns or rows? If you guessed columns, you're right. Because that's what happens. Because as you can see, obviously this is going to be fixed, but it literally just pushed all of the content into a column flex box. Fix that real quick. 700 pixels. Okay. And the width is again going to be 100%. After that, margin is auto. After that, we're going to type in a couple of classes right next to each other. So dot box, and in that we have dot form, dot info, and we have dot map, width, auto. Dot map, iframes, with fit content. So as you can see here, the box, the dot box, dot form, info, and map did not auto adjust its width. So we're going to have to go deeper inside of the class to figure out what's going on. So let's go back to the contact HTML. We're going to take a look at the input box classes. So I just highlighted it, and it basically highlighted all of the things, all of the classes that are input box. So that's literally all we need to type in order to change this. Dot input box, display flex. Flex direction is going to be columns. Control save. Most important is just going to be the max width. Let's make it around 200 pixels this time. And the reason I'm doing 200 pixels is because this is going to be for a certain part of the contact us page. Not the entire thing, but just this, the form. We have the info and we have the map. So so you have max width 200 pixels. Save that. And as you can see, it got just a little bit better. We're gonna go ahead and do 190 pixels, both this and the iframe 50. There we go. There you have it. A fully functioning Mosque website on your phone and on your desktop. That concludes the walkthrough. I hope you guys learned a lot. And I will see you in the next video. Assalamu alaikum.